I don't...
We're live.
We're live?
Load. A glimpse
Load?
of freedom. Freedom!
Wait, we've seen this scene before?
Ah, I feel like I slept a while. That's strange. Looks like late morning, but no one came to wake me up. Again. Wonder why. I had such a strange dream last night. Felt more real than any I'd had before.
Cinders.
Wonder what it meant. Suppose time will tell. Time to get up and see what the day has in store for me. Probably more
Death.
trouble. I hope death is coming. Strange. No one's in the main hall? I wonder where everyone went. Normally, Carmosa would be all over the place handing out orders to everyone. If she went somewhere on business, she'd definitely wake me before leaving. Where are the girls, anyway?
They're high.
It's your line.
Would you shut up and listen to me just this once?
Why should I? You're not the lady of the house, so stop acting like it. I'm not taking orders from you. Oh no, not this again. Here I was hoping that everyone had just disappeared. I'm surprised, though. The voices are coming from Carmosa's study. I thought it was off limits. Better check it out. I'm not taking any orders from you. You shouldn't even be here in the first place.
Then tell me who you think should be in charge of the house right now. I don't see anyone more qualified.
Wow, so this is what Carmosa's private study looks like. A bit barren compared to when it was Father's room.
Hello!
Did she have to get rid of everything that was even remotely pretty? Did she hate it that much, or did she just need money that badly?
What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same thing. Isn't this place off limits to everyone? Oh, Gloria's just on another one of her delusional power trips. Why else would she be here?
How are you, Death?
Hey! Death did join us! We just
3
started,
minutes.
basically.
We got out of bed, went into the main hall, and came here. You've missed exactly nothing.
Yes.
Which is why a bot having exclamation point uptime is very handy.
Well,
Alright,
how do
somebody
we
could
get the bot?
Just,
You gotta walk me through these things. I don't Twitch.
you sign in on the Nightbot website, and Nightbot's the main one most people use. You sign in and basically click add to my Twitch chat.
I see.
At
But yeah,
some
you haven't
point,
missed anything, Death. Yay!
Hopefully it's much
Is it
better
working
for you.
better now?
It's at 32, right?
Yeah, I think I set it to 30, and I set the resolution down a bit.
Yeah. I think it's okay now. That's good.
Okay,
We'll see how it works out.
I hope so.
Shut up, you little...
Hang on. What's going on here? Where's Carmosa, anyway? Who knows? She left early this morning without saying much, and now Gloria's distraught.
She left for business and she said she'll be back in 2 days. It happens, and I'm not distraught. I'm merely trying to maintain order while Mother is away.
Sorry. Finger
So
slipped.
what happened there?
Finger slipped on the scroll wheel. I don't recall Mother leaving you in charge.
Shouldn't it go without saying? Who else would be capable? All you're good for is foolish commentary.
Oh, of course. Only Gloria is capable of anything. How did I not see that before? Both of you stop arguing right now.
Should I go with my gut answer?
What's your gut answer?
Man, both of you are hopeless.
You're both so hopeless. Don't you get what this means? Carmos is gone for 2 days. Gloria, that's 2 days of not having to impress her or live up to her expectations. And Sophia, it's 2 days that you can stop hiding for fear of being judged. So stop trying to be in charge. No one's watching. And stop being so cynical. No one wants to hurt you. Can't we just live like normal girls for 2 days without all the arguments?
Oh, of course. We're such a loving bunch of sisters after all.
You're even more naive and stupid than I thought. Someone has to keep things running around here. You may enjoy your freedom, but things don't get done by themselves.
Cut it out! Aren't we ignoring the more important matter at hand? Why on Earth did Carmosa leave so early without saying anything? Doesn't that seem suspicious?
It's not as if Mother ever tells us anything. Even we don't know what she does.
If she thought we needed to know, she'd tell us. She'll be back in 2 days, and that's it.
Do you think this has anything to do with that strange man who came by yesterday?
All I know is that it's none of our business. Now, if neither of you are going to help me, get out of here and leave me alone.
Let's get out of here, Cinders. Our audience with Her Majesty is clearly over.
So how's your week been, Death?
And there you have it. No matter what you tell Gloria, she insists on being in charge. Well, what do you plan on doing with your day?
Not sure. Might go into town. There are a few things I've been meaning to do.
Good luck getting Gloria's permission for that. You'd be better off just sneaking out on your own.
You mean you won't tell her if I go?
Why would I do that? I want no part in Gloria's delusions of power, and I don't care what you do.
Maybe sneaking out is a good idea then. I'll think about it. Hungry though. Need to eat first.
Do as you please. I have told you already, I really don't care if or when you go. I have 2 days of freedom for myself. I'm going to spend them how I like, alone.
Same.
It's fine by me.
How I would do it if I'm alone.
Breakfast was lovely. Everything is so much more relaxing and peaceful when Carlos is away. Sure would be nice if every day could be like this. I guess that's just a silly dream, though. I wonder what I should do today. It would definitely be the perfect day to go into town. I could talk with that woman, Madame Guide, or go see Tobias. Well, there's no sense in waiting around. I should get going. I wonder if I should tell Gloria that I'm leaving. She'd be angry if she found out later.
Kitty!
Aww. But Kitty's gone. You didn't read the full message, did you?
I did. You're the one being an asshole, being like, oh, whatever, Kitty's gone.
Well, it's Kitty, but Kitty's gone.
But hopefully Kitty finds a good home.
Yes, hopefully Kitty finds it.
Don't just say Kitty's gone. Death is sad about it.
See? Death is sad about it, and you shouldn't just be like, Kitty's gone.
I'm sorry, Death. So are we telling Gloria?
What do you want to do? I've played this game before.
Bible thump, Bible thump, Bible thump, Bible thump, Bible thump.
What?
Do you see the last emote Death did?
Yes.
The crying face. How it is Bible thump.
It's a crying face.
How you write it out is Bible thump.
Okay. But
It's binding
it's a
of
crying
Isaac
face.
It's binding of Isaac face.
Yes.
Sneak out. Snack out.
Hmm?
The answer is snack out.
Well, if she's angry, that's her own problem. Besides, if I told her, she'd probably forbid me to leave anyway. She'd probably skip out on the joy of speaking with her.
The joy of painting?
Sneaking out, I see. I knew you would.
Gloria will be angry with me either way. What difference does it make?
Oh, you don't have to tell me that.
And you really won't tell Gloria I've left?
Are you joking? I've had enough of her for today. I don't want to talk to her about anything. Besides, she'll notice soon enough. She's not stupid. And once she notices, she'll be angry. I'll look forward to it. I just hope nothing bad happens to you. After all, no one will know where you are. Which means no one will ever come to help you if something happens.
Mood.
You're terrible.
So,
I'm leaving now, and I will return.
Every time I hear the name Gloria, I'm just like, my brain goes to the song.
Song?
Christian hymn,
Oh.
Gloria.
How's that Bible thumping for you then?
Bible thump my head.
Forest? Town?
Mm. Well, the choice is either between Ghost Fairy Woman or Madame Guide.
Which lady woman?
Let's.
Or Tobias, I guess.
No, that Tobias is not an option.
Okay, cool. I'm done with that.
Let's go to the town.
Town?
Yeah.
To town. Market day is clearly over. The streets are much emptier now. It's just fine with me. Still got plenty of things I can do, like visit Tobias. Maybe I could also stop by the inn and see if the captain of the guard is there again. But first I need to see if I can find Madame Guide's shop. She seemed to know a lot about Mother and I. I'm so curious to learn more. I don't have a clue where her shop is, though. I'll have to ask around. Oh, here I am.
We'll have to ask around. I've asked around and found the place immediately.
It's the first time I'm here, but this place wasn't hard to find. It really stands out. I don't see Madame Guide anywhere. Is she out? Just look at everything here. Skulls, candles. I don't even know what that is. I wonder if I should have come. Don't touch anything! Ah! You surprised me! Oh, child. It's you. I mistook you for one of those mindless town folk. It's impossible to even leave for lunch without one of them coming in and breaking something. Then why do you do it? I have to eat sometime, right?
Nah.
I meant, why do you leave your store open? Doesn't it attract thieves? These people might be clumsy, but they won't take any risks if they don't have to. Especially when it involves stealing from a witch.
That is very true.
But earlier you said you're not a witch. Did I? Well, what I am hardly matters. What matters is what people believe of me. It's most helpful.
True.
Yeah, I think I understand what you mean. Of course you understand. You're a bright girl, just like your mother. That's what I wanted to talk to you about. You act like your new mother, but I don't remember you.
I did know your mother.
But not as well as you'd like. I know you too. How did you two meet?
A few months before you were born, your mother had some health problems. She came to me for help. I wouldn't say we were close friends, but I learned many of her secrets.
I see. Can you tell me what Mother was like? I only know of her from what Father told me.
She could juggle flaming chainsaws.
Yes, because they had flaming chainsaws to juggle in this time period.
Exactly! No,
I
she's
have
a time
nothing but
traveler.
respect for her. She was a strong and clever woman who wouldn't settle for the boring life that was expected of her. She was ambitious, motivated, and she always knew how to get what she wanted. How strange. Father always spoke of her as if she was an angel. Humble, caring, and a hopeless romantic. How is that strange? Those aren't conflicting descriptions.
Exactly.
Can't a woman be smart and independent and still want to be a good mother and wife? She was also practical, and brilliant at business. Better than your father, to be honest.
At bruisiness. Nothing?
You want to say that again?
No!
Oh, well, too bad. Why don't you say it again anyway?
Just go on!
Wow, never knew. Everything Father said, she seemed more mythical than anything else.
Hey,
Truly?
You said I could heckle.
Huh?
You said I could heckle. What the crap?
What?
It blew out my ear. Don't hurt poor Dad's ear too, and any other viewer.
Then don't be a dick. You're supposed to heckle the game.
I can do both.
I feel like I didn't give you this much trouble.
Truly, you know you're rather similar to your mother. The two of you have the same spark.
Yeah.
Are you sure? I think there's at least one major difference. I don't think I'd make a good wife or a mother. I'd prefer to make my own way in life. But I am rather ambitious. I suppose my mother and I are similar in that respect. I just don't see myself settling down, getting married, or having children. There are so many things I want to do. I'm not really interested in anything like that.
Yeah, East Pride. Details, darling. It's not about settling down or running around. It's about making your own choices.
Yes, a visual novel about making your own choices.
Well, that's a moot point anyway. Even though I want to make my own choices, Carmosa gives me no freedom.
Then we kill Carmosa.
Ah, Lady Carmosa. Your father always was attracted to extraordinary women. He may have had a good heart, but he was a little disconnected from reality. Without your mother's guidance, he likely would have lost his title and fortune in no time. Carmosa also has the brains and ambition necessary to manage his estate.
Murder time!
She's an excellent choice for a second wife and an incredible person.
Wait, is our dad dead?
Yes?
How'd he die?
Oh my god. He died years ago. They've been
But
talking
how?
about this.
But how?
It seems
he
like
die?
from sickness or something, but they don't know. I don't think they've really specified.
They should specify these things.
Well, they haven't, so what are we answering?
I don't know, from our perspective, probably beg to differ.
I beg to differ. I could describe Carmosa in several ways, but incredible isn't one of them.
You're not looking at the bigger picture.
You might be justified in hating Carmosa, but you should still respect her. She couldn't get to where she is now by worrying about being liked. She knowingly put her family's status before her own happiness. That's not an easy choice. Don't try to make excuses for her actions. You can dress it up, but Carmosa is still a bad person. She's not doing anything for her family if all her daughters are miserable because of her. I appreciate that she's ambitious and independent, but she should do it without inspiring hate or hurting people. I suppose that's where we differ, child. You still live with such an outlook. Life is not a fairy tale, and you won't always be able to be so idealistic. Still, I suppose I can't stop you from aiming for the sort of life you want. You only live once, after all.
What? YOLO?
By the way, how are Carmosa's daughters? Are you getting along?
Where's that answer?
We've been getting along with Sophia a little bit.
We got along with First Gloria by apologizing to her.
Mm-hmm.
They're not bad. They're just not the worst. See, I wish there was a third answer of no.
I think that's they are the worst.
But not like no as in they're the worst people ever. Because like nobody's as bad as Carmosa.
Okay.
But like
What you're saying is you would like to answer they are the worst. Because you would like to say you are not getting along.
can I say we're not getting along without like calling them like the worst people?
No. These are the options.
That's my problem, is I want the middle road. I don't know, pick they are not bad.
Well, I assume you can imagine how Carmosa's daughters would be. They keep me at arm's length. They're troubled, confused, hurt, and they often hide behind cruelty or cynicism. But underneath that all, they're just normal girls. I think as they mature, our relationship will get better. I only hope that with time, they'll be able to free themselves from Carmosa's toxic influence. But for now, it's still very difficult to live with them. It seems that things are difficult for you. You're not very happy with your life these days, aren't you? You could say that. And what are you doing? What do you mean?
Talking to you.
If you don't like your life, then you have to be the one to change it. Otherwise, anything you say is just whining. I definitely want my life to change. Then what's your plan?
What is her plan? I have to learn more?
I don't really have a plan yet. Why not? Are you expecting things to just work themselves out? Of course not. It's just that I don't know enough to form a real plan. I don't want to act brashly. I get the feeling there's a lot more going on that I don't know about. Carmosa is acting strangely. If I could figure out what she's up to, maybe I could use that to my advantage. I'm also wondering if I could find a way to reclaim the estate from her somehow. I'm my father's only daughter, after all. There's almost always a way to bend the law to your will. It might not be very kind, though. Anyway, it doesn't seem you have a very clear idea of what you want yet. I promised your mother that I'd help you, and I will. But you yourself need to know what you want first. Come see me once you're ready to move forward, and we'll talk about your options. Did you really promise my mother you'd help me? Of course I did, girl. I have no reason to lie about that. You must get going now, though. Wait, I still have so many questions. I have a lot of work to do, I'm afraid. I can't afford any disturbances. I'm sure we'll have another chance to talk. I'll do my best to answer your questions then. You remind me so much of your mother, and I'm sure that you'll be just fine. Thank you. Goodbye. Take care, girl.
Interesting.
I must admit, I don't know what to think about Madame Gibbs after we talked. I can't tell when she's being serious or sarcastic. If she's giving me advice or just mocking me. Or both. Maybe I'm just not used to acts of selflessness, but I get suspicious when someone outright offers to help me with all my problems. It makes me wonder if they don't have some hidden agenda, especially if it's the town witch. Looks like my mother was quite special to make such an interesting acquaintance. A witch! Ha! Still, she seems genuinely interested in helping me, and can I really be picky here?
Yes.
I won't be forgetting the conversation we just had anytime soon, that's for sure. Where should I go now? It's still fairly early. I can probably take my time today. I could go to have a little talk with Tobias in his store. I wouldn't mind heading to the inn either. I'm sure it would be fun. I might even see the captain of the guard again. So, where should I go next?
Darn, the forest isn't an answer.
Well?
Eat, drink, and be merry?
Food!
Had a little lamb?
Food is the ace answer. The inn it is, then. Something smells delicious. I wonder what's cooking in the kitchen right now. Not like it matters. I don't have any money to buy food anyway. Why am I even here? I guess my real reason for coming was to see the captain again. I was really hoping he'd be here. He was such an intriguing man. I wish I could spend a little more time getting to know him. Ah, there he is, sitting in the same corner he sat in last time. Habit? Looks like he's leaving. Wait, is he coming towards me?
I remember you. Your name is Cinders, correct?
Yes, I'm surprised you recognized me.
Well, you were on my mind. Would you care to join me for a drink?
I'd be happy to. Hang on, you were thinking about me?
Yes, you came to mind during a recent discussion I had with the prince.
Oh, I'm flattered, I think? What were you talking about exactly?
A candidate for wife, of course. Surely you've heard about the king's last wish.
Actually, I haven't.
According to the king's final wish, the prince cannot be crowned until he's found a wife for himself. So the coronation is being postponed, and every noble in the kingdom is trying to foist a daughter on him. It's been very tiring for him, as many of these women are groomed for looks alone. He was losing faith. So I told him that the world still holds many bright and intelligent women, and you're living proof.
Oh, well, I'm grateful for the compliment, but I'm not sure what else to say.
My apologies. The drink is making me more direct than it is proper. These days, there's little to do fulfilling my duty, so I spent many hours here. I don't want to bore you with the small complaints of my life, and I apologize for being so curt with you the last time we met.
I understand. A lot happened, and it's no surprise you weren't in the mood for discussion. Honestly, I should probably apologize for bothering you when you wanted to be left alone.
It wasn't a bother. I found the discussion very interesting. Listen, I know you asked about the prince last time. Are you still interested in learning more? Sure, tell me about the prince.
I would love to hear more about the prince, especially after what you just said. The sort of man who is interested in more than just a woman's appearance seems interesting to me.
He is interesting, albeit very young. The king was a highly respected ruler for many years. Filling his position is a huge burden for the young monarch.
Living in the shadow of a strong personality? That sounds familiar. It must be so difficult for him.
I have faith in him, though. He has the drive and passion to become a truly great leader. He's also not afraid to change things that need to be changed, however challenging that might be. The old noble houses don't like change, especially if they lose power in the process. The prince must be prepared to face some difficult and potentially dangerous opposition.
He must be a brave man, then.
It certainly seems so, but time will tell if he makes the right choice. Some are harder than others.
What do you mean?
The prince may have to use force on his opposition to achieve unity. The king wasn't afraid to wage wars, imprison dissenters, or even assassinate his enemies. It's a brutal position to be in, and the prince might have to make similar decisions. My gut says that's horrible.
How horrible. That's horrible.
That's the burden of being a ruler. You may think it horrible, but it's a choice he has to make. It might not be easy, but it's for the greater good.
That's a convenient excuse. I've never had to run a kingdom, obviously, but most issues can be solved with diplomacy. Violence will only lead to grief and more violence. It's a vicious circle. Maybe there was a time when it was necessary, but these are peaceful days. Why cling to old methods?
You're asking me? I'm not but a simple warrior, a sword who follows the will of the crown. If all things could be solved peacefully, that would be great. But not everyone thinks like you. And when you face those people who think differently, you must strike first, or they will strike you down.
But it's still terrible.
That's why I said it's not an easy decision to make. That's enough of such heavy subjects, though. Rather get to know you more, if you don't mind. You look like a girl from the town, but I haven't seen you around.
I don't live in the town, actually. I live in the house ruled by Lady Carmosa.
Oh, forgive me. I didn't realize you were nobility. Your clothes gave you the appearance of one of the townfolk. I didn't know you were incognito.
It's not a disguise. This is what I wear every day. After my father passed away, Carmosa took over. She treats me as one of the servants, but without any pay. I don't even have money to spend on clothing.
I'm sorry to hear that. It's a shame your father chose Carmosa to take over the estate.
He chose her?
Isn't that what happened? Before he passed away, he should have left a will. The will would have went to next head of the house. It's a shame he didn't choose you.
I've never heard anything about his will. I don't think Father would willingly put me in this situation.
That doesn't sound right at all. Lady Carmosa wasn't appointed. She's breaking the law.
I didn't realize that. Something about this situation seems suspicious.
I hope you get it all sorted out. Wish I could speak with you longer, but I must start my patrol. It was a pleasure talking with you. If you ever need anything, I'd be happy to help you.
Thank you. I'll see you then.
Take care of yourself.
This is the first time I've heard of Father's will. I wonder why he never wrote one. Unless he did write one. In that case, what happened to it? I'll have to investigate as soon as I get the chance. Well, there's no point in sitting here in the tavern alone. I don't want to attract the wrong company. Going to the inn was definitely worth it. It was nice to see Captain Pearl again. He's such an interesting man. His persona is so rough and intimidating, and he carries himself like a man who's seen war. But he's also so straightforward and honest. Almost naive, like a child raised on tales of knighthood. The fact that he still holds on to his ideals after all of this is admirable. There's something pure about it. It's getting late, but I think I still have a little bit of time before I have to go home. I could visit Tobias, or go to the lake and see what that weird dream tonight was about.
Leave town. Leave town.
Yee.
Bye, Tobias.
Bye, Tobias.
The only Tobias that matters is my friend's cat, Toby. The lake is as beautiful as I remember it. Though I have to admit, I'm a little bit disappointed. I guess I was really hoping that someone would be here waiting for me. Well, the voice in the dream asked me to bring a gift. And that's what my father would do, too.
Leave a gift.
Let's be honest, I came here because of that dream. I might as well leave a gift like I intended to. I think I'll gather some wildflowers and wrap them in my shawl. A beautiful bouquet should be a nice gift. I'll just place it by this tree. Nothing's happening. Well, I don't suppose I was expecting anything anyway. It must have just been a dream. In the end, real life is more exciting than dreams and fairy tales. For instance, this place is so tranquil and beautiful. Even if it's not magical, I feel so at peace. I just want to lie down in the grass, close my eyes, and let my problems drift away. Actually, that sounds like such a good idea about now. This is my day to do what I please with. If I want to take a nap, I will.
I will.
This looks like a good spot. I'll just lie down here. That's strange. Everything's so quiet. The wind is picking up so suddenly.
Cinders.
It even looks like a ghost alien thing. Over there. Did the wind just call my name? Who's there?
I am your father.
I suppose it was just the wind playing tricks on me. Creepy.
We are not wind.
Then who are you? Who am I speaking with?
You are speaking with us naturally.
But I don't see anyone.
How can you not see us when we are everywhere around you?
I don't understand. How do you even know my name?
We know you because you left gifts for us, just as your mother and father did before you. Surely you know us. You wouldn't leave gifts if you didn't know who they were for.
So, you're fairies? Am I dreaming?
Right now, you tread the delicate line between sleep and wakefulness. Soon you will be fully asleep.
Makes sense, I guess. Well, what do you want from me?
We have no desire for anything from you. You're the one who seeks our aid, do you not?
I suppose so. Do I get a wish or something?
Yeah, you rub the lamp, you get 3.
There's no lamp.
If it's the right wish, then yes.
Then I wish for...
The time is not yet right, Cinders. Do not worry. When the moment comes, you will know, and the lake owes you a favor. Oh man, we're gonna pull a sword and become the rightful king of England.
Not sure I understand. I get a wish, but only when you say it's okay? That's a bit convoluted.
It would if you were awake. But here, in between wakefulness and dreams, it is as it should be. You are leaving now, but we will meet again.
Wait, I'm leaving? Where? What do you mean?
You're leaving to the realm of sleeps.
What? Will we find Sora there? Goodness, I must have dozed off. No wonder. The atmosphere here is so relaxing. It's hard not to sleep. Does this mean the voice of the fairies is just a dream? Well, even the fairies themselves admitted that I was dreaming. Can a dream know it's just a dream? But it felt real enough. The gifts I left have disappeared.
It must have been real.
It didn't feel exactly like a dream. There's something very tangible about it in a strange way.
Oh, there must be fairy godparents.
I should probably be more scared than I am. But I feel wonderful. Maybe I should ask Madame Guide about this when I get the chance. She seems knowledgeable about things like this. She's a witch, after all. I have to go, though. The sun is already setting. It seems I slept for quite a long time. It's time to go home. I want to give my sisters a reason to worry. Or be satisfied.
Our residence.
Home sweet home. I used to love
Alabama?
returning home when my father was alive. Miss sharing the events of the day with him. Now it just seems like a grim prison. And my parole has just been revoked. Not to mention I'm probably up for a long talk with the jailer, saying how late it is.
You're back, safe and sound too, with no sign of having been attacked by robbers, wolves, or some such. Though I probably shouldn't be surprised that they didn't want you either.
Ouch!
Sophia, charming as always. Kind of expected Gloria to be here and try to reprimand me. It doesn't seem like her to just let such a breach of the rules slip without a word.
It does seem strange, doesn't it? I'm as surprised as you are. I thought there was nothing as important for her as taking any chance she has to mimic Mom's content. Oh, I can imagine it already. If Mom was here, she would tell you you should have a stick up your derriere, like I do.
You're awful. And more importantly, off the point. What happened with Gloria?
I don't know. She didn't seem that angry. More like sad, really. Both mean that she's not well at all, so I'm content either way. She was so bummed out she didn't even want to speak to you, so that's a bit of a disappointment. Her frustration and you getting yelled at, that would have made my day.
Doesn't it ever occur to you to stop this? We've had a whole Kermosa-free day. Can't you drop the act for just a moment and tell me how did you spend your day of freedom?
Oh, I wandered through the flowery fields, bathing in sunshine and harmony of nature, and kissing butterflies. Let's not forget about kissing butterflies.
If that is what you prefer, then fine.
I sat in my room, okay? And I am glad I did. Nobody bothered me there, because who would bother to come? I finally got some peace and time for myself.
Mood.
You spent the whole day locked in your room? Why?
Why do you care? Oh, I see. You're awfully chirpy. So the reason for this friendly attention is for me to reciprocate and ask about your day. You want to boast to someone. Don't you want to tell me how beautiful the world outside is? How good it was to meet new interesting people? Make new friends? Well, how did you spend your day?
So I did spend the day enjoying other people's company. People I could actually talk to. And they answered without spitting venom. Do you see something wrong with that?
Sure, there's nothing wrong with it. You haven't got your own ideas or thoughts to follow or interests of your own. Go ahead, busy yourself with the lives of others.
So you have found something better to do with your time? Fine. Care to enlighten me and share what it was?
This is the point where I tell you my deep secret that makes me interesting, worthy, and good. Then we continue with a friendly and fascinating chat and end up holding hands.
Are we dating?
And I allow your kind words to heal my soul as your gentle caress heals my heart. None of your business. It's annoying the way you constantly pry. Since you're not going to entertain me by being yelled at, don't you have some other things to do?
Speaking with you is no walk in the park. Believe me, ending this conversation is more than fine by me.
I prefer to be alone anyway. But do be careful. Those bedbugs can get really big and eat you alive if you let them. Everything is possible in the fairyland you seem to live in, princess.
I wish you well too, Sophia. Good night.
Cinders, are you awake?
I'm awake. I'll be right there. I'll get to work in a minute.
No, it's not about that. I just need to talk to you.
Alright, Gloria. What is it? What is so important that you have to speak with me at this hour?
At this hour? You mean noon? I want to speak with you about the way you've been behaving these past few days.
And there goes my nice morning. Or afternoon.
Listen, I realize we were never really on the best of terms. What has been going on recently is something new indeed. You really think that I will turn a blind eye on all your childish, egoistic exploits? Then you need to think again.
What are you talking about, Gloria? I didn't do anything.
Oh, of course you didn't. You're far too smart for that. Do you think I haven't noticed all the little jabs at me? Take every opportunity to undermine my efforts. Really? I don't know what's happening to you, Cinders. Do you think I'm stupid or that I don't have any feelings? I'm trying to understand you. I really am. But it seems like you are reveling in this chaos you are creating, as if you wanted things to fall apart. Despite the efforts of all those who want to keep things together.
This is where we differ, Gloria. True, our relationship was never civil, but I think I'm beginning to understand why. We may be a family, but we are not alike. All I'm trying to do is to survive in this madhouse as unscathed as possible. It seems like chaos to you is freedom for me. Besides, let's face it, things are already broken. Only Carmosa and you are still pretending that you can glue them back together like some ugly heirloom everybody hates.
Typical answer of an angry child. Do you even realize that you have managed to describe the house, all of us, as if it was all about you? It's such a shame that Mother taught me so well about the importance of family. It must have made me naive. Because I still have hope. I still have hope that you will one day. Because I still have hope that you will mature one day.
Excuse me, mature?
Yes, become an adult, a person who is able to grasp a larger picture, go beyond one's own interests. Also, someone who can sacrifice personal happiness for the greater good of the house, if it is necessary. I don't deny that it can be difficult at times, but we are not children anymore. We must realize how we all depend on Carmosa and support her in any way we can.
I see. Well, it certainly doesn't play well with my idea of maturity, especially that part about supporting Carmosa.
Of course you would say that. Just like you, Mother can be a difficult person to get along with, I admit. But her intentions are good. Think about the way she's putting all her strength into giving us a good life. If you still doubt her, try imagining our lives without her.
Don't mind if I do.
How long do you think this house would last with her gone? You must understand she won't be here to care for us forever. And I can't do it alone, Cinders. I need your support. Gut reaction is, screw you!
You want to go with your gut reaction?
Sure.
Okay. My dear Gloria, I don't know what is more ironic, you talking about maturity or the fact that you actually believe in the things you're saying. Let me tell you something, my poor little drone. Maturity has nothing to do with reproducing a pattern you've been presented. Watch and repeat. That's a child's task. Maturity is independence. It's choosing the life you want and doing all you can to get it, despite the shadow of the Great Mother trying to block you from the sun.
Oh, the terrible mother. How can she try to protect you, teach you how to live, and expect you to care for your legacy? Such unjust cruelty.
Maturity is also about being able to create your own relationships, no matter what she told you. Carmosa trained us to pick on ourselves so that we won't join forces and rebel against her. But we can stop hurting each other, you know?
Exactly. We waste all our potential to act responsibly and show Mother that we are adults on constant quarrels. We are not doing half the things that are expected of us, of any reasonable person, really, and Carmosa's still giving us a chance.
Responsible.
Did I not say responsible?
You said reasonable.
Oh. Whoops. I never said I could read English. We are so childish.
No, we are not. We are young women who just want to live normal lives without constant fear, frustration, and self-pity. It's absolutely normal that we aren't happy. Who would be? We want things to change, but we all lack the means to make that happen. That's why we should rebel against Carmosa. We are more than capable of running this house on our own, and she knows it.
Are you serious?
Completely. But for that, we need to act together, cooperate, and not waste our energy on making each other miserable with our little schemes.
The picture you are painting in front of my eyes seems pleasant, but also not very realistic. It requires one thing which we do not have, mutual agreement, and we will not have that as long as we are not of one mind. That is, as long as Sophia keeps up her silly act.
Gloria, I doubt that it is Sophia who we should be worrying about in this situation. I'm having trouble picturing her opposed to anything that would bring us more freedom from Carmosa. No, Gloria, it's you. You are the unknown in this equation. We can't be sure about your loyalties.
And that is something I didn't expect. You behaving just like Sophia. It would seem that you two have much more in common than meets the eye. You both prefer to spend your time criticizing me rather than trying to contribute. You could be helping me, helping us somehow. How can we understand each other if you do not even try?
Sophia is just a poor broken creature composed of bile and self-pity, a pinnacle achievement of Carmosa's caring upbringing. But all in all, she's exactly that and nothing more, a product of the way this family works. She didn't just sprout out of the ground inherently bitter, you know. No, you and Carmosa forced her into this mold. You share responsibility for making her the little Miss Sunshine she is now.
And where are you going with this? Might I shower her with sentiment from now on? Why should I, considering the way she behaves towards me? Even if she was mistreated in the past, there's no reason to shut herself away from the world and bark at it from within her room like an angry dog. No, she made up her mind. She does not want me around her. I cannot change that even if I think that is regrettable.
I can't believe this is Gloria the reasonable speaking now, the one who sees beyond her own selfish interests. If you do acknowledge the fact that you separated yourself from her in the past, why not try to force your way back? You can do this, Gloria, but you can get your sister back. You just have to swallow your pride and try really hard.
And so you recognize it as well. I am the most reasonable. And I am the only one here that actually does anything to keep up the house. And I can't read.
That might be just a bit of an overstatement, Gloria. Each one of us puts some work into how this place works, for better or worse. We just have different perspectives, and so we give a different kind of input, but...
Surely you realize how naive that sounds. It is something one might say to a slow child to spare its feelings. I haven't tried to help you understand the importance of Carmosa's rules, and yet I seem to be the only one acknowledging the requirements to keep a proper household. Will nobody ever learn? How long am I supposed to guide you and work alone against the laziness and stupidity of others?
Hasn't it ever occurred to you that you might not have all the answers? Because that's the root of the problem, right there. You try to be our teacher or a disciplinarian. You have no knowledge that we lack, nor a higher status, and you are not our mother. Stop trying to imitate Carmosa. Is this how you think a sister should act?
How should I know? Do any of you act like one towards me? My gut is split between we should reason with her and we should punch her in the face. And
you shouldn't hit a lady, Sharky.
You are a lady!
What?
It would be a lady punching a lady!
What?
So you pick between those two.
What, reason and fight?
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you pick.
No! I just said you pick between those two!
Well, there's the answer I want to do. And there's
Pick it.
the relationship you seem to lean towards for these two.
If the answer that you want to do, pick it.
Huh?
If there's an answer you want to do, pick it.
It's the one you're not torn on.
Apologize?
She's
Why
got
would
a
you-
point. They've never acted like a sister towards her either.
They are a byproduct of
Yeah.
bullying. It's hard to act like a sister towards somebody who's bullying you.
Once in a while she tries. She is trying to be the...
Gosh dang it, Death!
You're outnumbered.
Okay, we're gonna apologize. Thanks, Dad.
You're right. Sorry. I guess both sides are always responsible for a relationship, and neither me nor Sophia has made it easier for you.
Yet again, the voice of reason speaks on my behalf. And all it took was a little honesty with yourself to admit that I am right. Can you see the argument for my past behavior now?
Stop it. Can you actually hear yourself? I reached out to you and apologized, and what do?
You yourself admitted that I was right and my behavior was correct.
I just said that both sides are always responsible, and so I apologized for my faults towards you, but you are responsible too.
How dare you?
And we could do what we always do, throw the blame around. I'm sure there's plenty for everyone. We could even share with some of the neighbors. But how about acting normal for a change? We've had it hard in the past, and it took it out on each other. Let's start over.
And how do you imagine me doing that?
We could try to act like sisters for starters, or at least like a group of semi-friendly normal girls. Exchange information and basic conversation without bringing out the big guns, you know? Talk?
I think I would like that.
I'm glad. I promise to treat you better from now on. To act more sister-like.
Thank you. I shall try to put some effort into it and treat you well too.
Thank you. I'm happy we finally agreed. And in light of taking care of one another, you are still speaking a bit like Carmosa. Please, take more care of yourself and your own needs. Stop trying to become her.
Not that again.
Gloria, would you please stop for a second to think and answer one simple question, truthfully?
And what question might that be?
What do you like to do? And no, I don't mean something that you feel obligated to do. Not a chore, a necessity, or an assignment. What do you like to do? What makes you happy? What do you do just for yourself and nobody else?
But...
What are your goals? What will you do when Carmosa's not here anymore? Where do you want to go? Who do you want to be?
I do not know. I just want to make everything better. This house should work as intended, and it should do so because of me. I want to make everyone happy and keep it all together.
Fine. And when you accomplish that, imagine the house is running smoothly, Carmosa is proud of you and at ease, all tasks complete. What would you do with all your free time then?
I do not know what to say. Indeed, such a situation seems highly unlikely to occur, so I have not given it any thought.
Who are you? What do you know about yourself?
I do not know. I do not know why you were so mean to me. All I did was come here to talk to you, find some mutual understanding.
You get no understanding because there is nothing to understand. You came here to reenact Carmosa in a statement of superiority.
That is not true. I did intend to try to get through to you. You simply would not listen.
You didn't either. Get through to me? You came here with your air of superiority to boost your own conviction. You don't care about myself or Sophia. All you care about is you.
This is pointless. I see no reason to listen to such nonsense. Especially since I did nothing to deserve such treatment from an immature brat. Both of you are trying to turn everybody against you. Then you'll be able to whine about fate that brought you to living in cinders and pain. I must have had some kind of huge lapse of judgment to even consider treating you as a mature woman.
Oh, look who's talking. Do you even understand the word mature, or is it just something you repeat after Carmosa?
Fine, Cinders. Get out. Enjoy your freedom at last. You have one more day till Carmosa returns. I will not stoop to debating this with you any further. Go and do as you please. We'll see where your freedom gets you.
Ha! We both know you're powerless to stop me from leaving the house. Or from doing anything for that matter. So you can stop pretending. Or did you grow accustomed to pretending too much? Pretending to have control, to be self-confident, to be Carmosa?
I do not have to listen to this. Goodbye.
Hello there, Hull. Let's see what new surprises you have in store for me today. Because I have to warn you, after the conversation I just had, I'm hard to impress.
Hello there, early bird.
Only old surprises, apparently. You really should try harder next time, Hull.
Having a conversation with a room? How bizarrely refreshing.
It's good to see you too, Sophia.
Now, I never thought I'd say something like this, but here it goes. Carmosa was right. Too much reading does make you crazy.
I mean, right now they're all being annoying pricks because they're your evil stepsisters.
And they're just pricks.
This is based on Cinderella, after all.
Yeah, so you can't really get along with stepsisters and stepmother being horrible people.
They will be mean to you. You can try to work with it. You can try to fight back.
I mean,
that's
Madame
up to
D,
you.
Tobias, and the captain are generally nice people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we don't really speak to Tobias, but...
Well, Madame Guide is mostly mysterious for now.
yeah.
We don't really know a lot about her, but she has a lot of information, essentially. I think the captain is not bad, and Tobias is not awful.
The captain is just bored with his life. There's nothing, like...
I don't know if I'd even call it bored.
But evidently, it also makes you interesting. At least interesting enough to make my eternally uptight sister sneak into your room when she thought I wasn't looking.
I seriously doubt she's that naive.
Doesn't matter. The real question is, what did she want from you? Did she come to ask for help? So many hours without the chance to struggle for Kermosa's approval must have left the poor girl quite disturbed.
Oh, you know our Gloria, a true stronghold of independence, a font of wisdom.
I take it she came to spread her usual Kermosian propaganda among the little ones.
Only to meet with the steadfast resistance of the people. We will not be silenced, shouted the crowds.
Oh my! It must have been quite the display. Did the guard intervene?
If you're asking if there was any violence, then yes, plenty. The streets and squares practically turned red.
Oh, how lovely! Was she hurt? Did you slap her?
No. I think that would be going a bit too far, don't you think?
My dear, simple sister, who can really say? Such things tend to be relative, you know. A one-man's hero is a criminal to someone else. Simply too complex for a girl like me to decide. So when it comes to Gloria, I don't analyze and stick to the golden rule. Violence is always the answer.
I see. I think you've just given me a bit too much information there, Sophia.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just such a child sometimes. In case you didn't notice, we're living in the middle of a dangerous and unforgiving forest. This place is packed with wild, bloodthirsty predators.
Fairies.
And whether we choose to see them or not, they exist.
What a lovely thought. I will think about it on my trip through the woods today.
Oh, you're going out again?
I have to eat something first, but yes, I am going out. Why?
Oh, I was just wondering, what do you actually do when you go out? Considering you have no money or friends to speak of.
Ouch.
And noticing how much time those little trips to the town can sometimes take you, I couldn't help but think that, oh, it's silly.
I know that I'm going to regret it, but alright, I'll play along. What were you thinking about?
Excuse me for being so bold, but do you by any chance go to town to work?
To do what?
Oh, you know, to make coin. Independently.
You are incredible.
Thank you, dear sister. Remember that there's no shame in that line of work, Cinders. They say it's the oldest trade in the world.
I am going now.
It must be hard, I know. Apart from the axe, there's still the matter of bribing the guards, finding clients.
If there is someone I need to find, it's people I can talk to who aren't, dead inside. I don't know. I think that's everyone here.
I think, well, Tobias, I don't think sounds too dead inside.
No, here.
Oh, here? Yeah.
You can always speak to inanimate objects and rooms should you fail to find any living soul interested in what you have to say.
Go to hell.
I will be praying for you, dearest sister.
While I'm making the downward journey into hell.
To town. Because we don't have any other options. Even though she said she was going to the woods.
Well, you have to go over the river and through the woods to the town.
Yeah, you have to go through the woods to get to town. That's right.
And I guess this is where grandmother's house is.
Hmm?
Over the river and through the woods. Grandmother's house.
We don't have grandmas.
Oh, is Grandma dead too?
We have witches.
Oh.
Another day of freedom I can spend on the town. There's always something going on here.
Grandma witches?
Even now, I see some commotion in the street.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder, what is it about?
The moment I saw my cow die, I knew it. It was those evil beads of yours that did it.
What are you talking about, woman?
My poor Molly has died, and she was in so much pain for days. She mooed like she has never mooed before. It was almost like moaning or crying. It was your fault. I have seen the bad omens. My poor Molly moaning and the odor her wretched body made. It must have been your curse, witch.
Cows smell on their own, and your Molly didn't need my help in that department. You might not have noticed because you only bathe occasionally.
My poor Molly is dead, lifeless as a clump of mud on the street. You heartless witch that you are, dare to jest about it? I know what you're doing, you wretched.
I'm laughing because there is little else to do. How else should I react to your stupidity? You want someone to blame? I told you to come to me so I could take a look at your bloody cow and heal it. But did you listen? No. The animal's pain was not enough reason to spare a few coins.
But I did bring her to you.
When it was terminal, before that you said, it is for fate to decide what happens. And who would have guessed? It doesn't work out well.
But you said the cow would die, and she did.
I said it'd die if you won't take care of it. The damn cow was seriously ill. You could see that for yourself. You only came to me when it couldn't move anymore. Only then you realized trusting fate won't do. Well, too late. Now you're searching for someone else to take the blame for your stupidity.
Oh, but she didn't die until you looked at her, you witch. The whole town knows you are bad news. You're not welcome here.
Shut up, or else I will turn you into a frog. Or a cow to compensate for your loss.
What's going on here? Oh, good captain, please arrest this evil witch for killing my poor Molly with her evil eye and her devilish beads. She has... Molly. My poor cow. She was so kind and helpful and... Is there any truth to what she accuses you of?
I'm not even going to dignify that foolishness with an answer. This idiot doesn't want to take responsibility for her own actions. Fine, but leave me out of this.
All right then, my dear lady. I'm going to have to ask you to go home and wait till I sort this out. But I will make it my responsibility to sort this out. Now please go home and do not pursue this matter on your own. Do you understand? Yes, I do. Fine. I do apologize for this woman's behavior. I hope you have not been bothered by this. You know how the townspeople are when they feel hurt and helpless.
Two witches' lovers being burnt at the stake.
Ah!
That's it. That sounds like a great song.
On a scale of 1 to metal, how metal is it? I did read the line, by the way.
I know. But now I have to wait for Death's response.
Yeah. What, on a scale of 1 to metal?
Yeah. This is why you should type things into the chat directly.
Well...
Melodic metal. Nice.
That's interesting.
Oh, I do know. They blame the Wicked Witch, sometimes with the help of torches and pitchforks.
I hope, however, that you realize that you are welcome here. These are good people. They just get carried away sometimes. They expect you to always be able to bail them out of their problems. For generations, they did that. Of all the old noble professions, yours is still needed.
Oh yes, I am so needed that you had to intervene. How many times has it been now? Them blaming me for their own stupidity. This town sure has a strange way of showing appreciation. It might be the time to move on now.
Now surely you don't mean that. Just yesterday, this young woman told everyone in the inn how much you have helped her, and
Sure, a grateful lady nobody listens to one day. Insults, blame, and pitchforks the next. That seems like a good cue to leave.
you have good reasons to be angry.
Oh, just give me some time, please. I need to think. Someone in this town should, anyway.
Oh, fine. I consider the matter settled, and you will do as you see fit, like you always do. Until next time, madame. Good day, Cinders. I did not notice you standing there.
Good day to you too, Captain. May I inquire what is going on?
Oh, just another day in the town as usual. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Sure, let's attack the witch. As usual. Exactly my point.
That is not what I meant. I meant there is no danger, so you do not need to worry, Cinders. Everything will be fine.
Don't you have some robbers to kill, or at least vagabonds to hold down by the ear? Or did picking up girls just become a priority for the town's watch?
Ooh. I have been in many battles, and I have stood my ground. When a lady as decisive as Madame Guide gets her temper up, there is no shame in retreat. So please excuse me, Cinders. I shall bid you ladies farewell. I will stay in the inn for a while if you feel like talking.
Oh, no need to apologize. Farewell, Captain. What happened here exactly? People are strange here. Illogical and stupid. They just sit and demand. Do nothing and hope. Morons! Time has come for me to change the scenery. What did they do? Oh, nothing spectacular, just more of the usual. People come to me for medicine, for advice, for a solution to every stupid problem they have created. They still fear me, though. Every time something goes wrong, I'm to blame. They used to blame the devil or evil forces. Now the evil forces conveniently live next door. Surely the townsfolk do not mean that. They seem to respect you a lot. There's a very thin line between respect and fear. This happens in every single place I travel to. It takes time for resentment to build up, however. Newtown should do. But you have friends here. Just a second ago, I thought I saw you speaking with the captain on very familiar and mostly friendly terms. Oh, we do have some history together, but do not let me bore you with the details.
Did the captain and...
Oh, go ahead, please. Your curiosity is commendable. But let's discuss something of more importance. Have you given any thought to our last conversation? Not yet. I haven't had the time to... Good. That means I don't have to give more advice right now. So take your time, Cinders, and come to me when you have decided. Just don't wait too long, because I intend to leave this damn town soon, and I will not look back. Thank you. I will take some time to consider and decide soon. You do that. Goodbye, child. Goodbye. That woman really got to her. Who would have thought? Tough, cynical Madame Guide, whose wrath can move mountains, touched by a simple townswoman's remarks. I will have to consider that side of her. Vulnerable and so human. But right now I have a whole day of freedom to plan as I will. What shall I do now? Maybe pay Tobias a visit again? I could also spend some time in the tavern, chatting with townspeople, making friends and hearing all the gossip. That is where the life of the town concentrates. And the captain said he was headed there. Speaking to him it's proved to be worthwhile so far. Choices, choices. Watch out, Cinders, or you may get used to it.
Don't want to spend too much time with the captain. So let's go see Tobias.
What, Toby? Toby.
Tobias deserves another visit, especially as Carmosa is getting back tomorrow and it may be hard to see each other again. My, this place is as tidy as ever. Tobias really keeps the store in shape. Speaking of Tobias...
Cinders, I didn't expect to see you again so soon. This is a pleasant surprise.
I didn't know Tobias was Joseph.
Shut up, I don't remember the voice I gave him.
Well, I'm kind of lucky in that respect. Carmosa suddenly decided to leave for a few days.
It must feel great to have some freedom.
It does! I wish it wasn't for such a short amount of time, but I'll enjoy what I have. Although I confess, I'm envious of you, Tobias. You get to make your own decisions all the time.
Well, I can't exactly say that. After all, my parents passed away when I was young, so this store was my only option. Ugh.
Right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you.
That's fine. In the end, we just see the good portions of others' lives without the hardship. We pick and choose what we want. People look happy, but they might be struggling inside.
That's true. It seems like you've thought about this a lot.
Maybe a little. Despite all the struggles, happy with where I am in life, though. Wish you could find a path to the life you want as well. Although, knowing you, witches won't be necessary. You're a bright gal, so it's only a matter of time.
A bright gal.
Whoops. I don't know where that came from. You're a bright girl, so it's only a matter of time. I don't know where that came from.
Who says gal?
I don't know.
Even you don't normally say gal.
No, I don't! I would never say that in a conversation.
Thank you.
Apparently, I especially cannot read today.
It's fine.
But I assume that you aren't here to listen to my life lessons. So what brings you here? Friends! We are friends!
I was just in town and wanted to pay you a visit. Maybe even listen to your words of wisdom.
Really?
Why not? Whenever we speak, you have something thoughtful to say.
Thoughtful? Are you sure it's not something more like pompous and self-inflated?
Well, maybe a little bit of that too. But you're still a good friend, and I can always count on you for advice.
Well, you're welcome to it, for what it's worth. I'm just happy that we can still see each other. We're not children anymore, so it's harder these days. In some ways, we had more freedom back then.
We definitely did. Especially when it came to seeing each other.
That, and getting away with pranks like hiding a dead rat in your nanny's shoe.
Goodness, you remember that?
How could I forget? The look on her face when she found it will always stay with me. I feel so guilty about it, but I still can't help but laugh when I picture it.
Same here. Poor Nanny. She was such a dear. We got into so much trouble, but I still enjoyed myself.
As did I.
Well, I need to get going now. Gloria will have a fit if I don't return early. She's taking her role as house guardian very seriously.
I can imagine. Your sister has always been serious about everything.
Gloria is not my sister. She's Carmosa's daughter.
I apologize. I didn't mean to offend you.
Anyway, I really need to get going now.
Understood. I have some business I must attend to as well. But you're always welcome. You're always a welcome guest here. If you ever need anything, you know where to find me.
Thank you. Take care, Tobias.
Take care, Cinders. It was nice to see you again. A violent reaction to be calling sisters. As violent as I am sometimes.
Hey, remind me, do you have a sister-in-law?
No. She's my brother's wife, and she will stay that way forever.
That's what I thought. It was nice seeing Tobias again. Every time I visit him, it seems he has some kind words and insight. He's a great friend. But not as great as my hunger is right now. I guess a trip to the inn is in order, even though I have no money for food. So, I thought the captain would be here. He said he was heading to the inn. I do have to admit, I was hoping to talk to him.
Cheers, the drinks are... I don't have enough dough, so they're not on me, mates. So sorry, but this toast goes to you all. May you live long and prosper.
Why, hello there. How about me? Am I included in the toast?
Not you again.
Really now, you come to my house with some important business, and then when I politely ask you about it, you storm out. And now all I get is, not you again? Really, quite a gentleman you are.
Pardon, Missy. Never was too keen on them noble manners.
Oh, but I am so glad to see you. I need to ask you a couple of questions, and here you are, ready and willing to answer to the fullest extent. You are willing to answer, aren't you?
Boy, you look quite intent, Birdie. And a wee bit of the scary side, too. What questions do you have in mind?
2 days ago, you came to our home to talk with Carmosa. I want to know what it was about.
Oh, it was just some gossip I've heard. Nothing of importance, really.
Oh, sure. Carmosa is well known to pay for unimportant and trivial information.
She's a wee bit queer. Weird even. She's intent on having loads of information, that one. Supposed to give her advantage or something. And she's generous as a saint with her gold when it comes to it.
And you know that how? Because you seem awfully familiar with Carmosa's taste in information.
Hey, I don't need to talk to you at all. You realize that, Missy? Just watch me get up and leave all fast and discreet, like the king's favorite wench when the queen... You sure you want to go there, my good fellow? Good evening, Captain. I was just trying to explain to this pretty bird. The truth as usual, I'm sure. Don't disturb yourself then, or all ears. Of course. I've told this young lady everything, and now I just want to leave peacefully. I've heard your conversation, and it don't seem the lady was quite satisfied with your answer. So, be a gentleman and reveal what she wants to know now.
Thank you, Captain.
It was my duty, Cinders, and a pleasure to help. I know this man is usually up to no good. I'm going to keep my eye on him, and he better not hide any information from you, or else.
So, what piece of information did you sell to Carmosa? Or would you rather end up in prison?
That ain't fair. You can't do that. You can't. And oh, women are always trouble, especially young lassies with curiosity up the roof, and hell take me. Friends of the guard. Oh, pitiful me. Stop rambling and answer the lady, please. Fine, love. I will tell you what you want to know. Happy now? But not in front of someone playing for the powers that be. If you want to know what happened, follow me. I don't think that is a good idea. I don't think speaking to you both is a good idea. And I'm glad we agree. I'm glad we agree. Goodbye.
Where do you think you're going? Captain, I'll be fine. I just need to hear what this curious man has to say. Don't worry, he's not stupid enough to hurt me. Is he?
I'm sure he isn't. Especially now that he knows that if he causes any harm to you, or even a frown on your face, he will suffer as no one has ever suffered before.
Shall we go talk outside?
Sure, Birdie. You do not have to worry, mate. I will guard her as if she was a treasure. Not the ones I stole and sold, of course, but a different one. One to be guarded, as I would guard my own treasure if I had one.
Great. Alright, let's stop here and talk.
In the middle of the square. Not exactly a hiding place, middle of the town, eh, love? She could use some more privacy.
I'm not going to give you a chance to escape now. And don't try anything stupid. The captain's right on the other side of the street. Remember that.
Fine, you little devil. I'll tell you what I know. Just don't yell if I can't remember all the details. I have short memory.
You've heard my question already. What was the message you brought to Carmosa? A dashing young gentleman like yourself should have no trouble recalling the last few days.
Blazing hell, lassie! You and your adder's tongue. I remember. So I was out in the woods, resting my head on the ground, enjoying the peace and quiet that only nature can bring. Calm shimmer of the lake, away from the wickedness
Don't digress.
of this city, sleeping like a brat I was.
Do you often sleep outdoors? Why were you sleeping by the lake?
Now that's a mighty good question, ain't it, love? Can't say I know the answer, though. I just woke up there. Oh, and magical place, the pond in the woods. Me auntie used to tell me stories of...
Get back to the topic, will you?
But I'm on it. I wake up and heard voices. Thought 'twas just like me auntie's stories. Of the fair folk, you know? Made of light and wisp, prettier than the finest of ladies they are. But they were no wisps.
And what happened then?
I hid, what else? This head still upon this neck, 'cause it knows when it's time to jump into the bushes.
You know what I mean. Who were those people?
Aye, an excellent question, Birdie. My gut tells me you'll love this. 'Twas the noble Captain Peralta he was talking to. The prince.
The prince was talking with Peralta in the woods? Seems a bit strange, doesn't it? What were they talking about?
Oh, some posh problems of the rich folk. Too much free time's bad for the head. Our future His Royal Highness keeps on pining about wenches of all things. How they're all empty-headed or boring to talk to.
The prince was discussing women?
That he was! Very unkingly of him, if you ask me. And foolish, too. Who cares the birds, dumb or dull? That's not what I want from you, wenches. Whoops.
Thank you, Dad. Yes, wonderful. Now back to the subject, please. What did they speak of?
The captain said something about rules, but I didn't hear the part with my head still spinning and the water shimmering so loud. Don't know what they meant, but the prince was mighty happy and said something about the ball, the grand ball. He got some idea in that royally empty head of his. I heard it's 'cause of them crowns. Very bad for the head. Anyway, there was a new idea that he liked.
The Grand Ball? Doesn't sound familiar.
That's the excuse they made up so that the kings and princes can pick their wenches like vegetables in the market. Only regular folk don't crown the cucumbers they bought as queens, at least not often.
So it's a tradition?
Yeah, that. They always use that fancy name if something doesn't make any sense anymore.
So what was the prince's new idea?
'Twas about the masks, making all the lassies wear them.
You mean a masked ball? A masquerade?
I don't know the rich birds are so hard. Didn't know the rich birds were so hard.
I don't think it's because of that. Did he say why the masks are so important to him?
It had something to do with the elders. The families, lots of lords and ladies waiting to train their daughters and only one prince. Too much competition's bad for business and tempers.
So he's trying to dodge accusations of being biased. Clever.
I knew that. Don't know what's wrong with seeing a nice face, though. And what if the bird's got a pimple right between her eyes? Won't notice nothing with masks and such? Unless he wants to oogle their curves.
Oogle?
Ogle. I don't know.
Oogie boogie.
Anyway, click. Ooh, but on the nasty side, nobles. Bit on the nasty side, nobles. Miachi told me stories, gospel really, about the shenanigans going on between them in the palace. Stuff that'd make a confessor blush.
Alright, I get the picture. Masked ball, you say. It makes a lot of sense, actually. The prince can pretend he's choosing his bride by judging her more subtle qualities. There's no way of any of the houses accusing him of favoring one over another. Who knows? Maybe he isn't really pretending. Perhaps having a choice is what he really wants.
Devilishly clever, love. Glad you got the smarts to see through all that. Saved me time having to explain all that. Yeah. Ball for the noble birds, and they'll have a chance, no matter how pimply or hard. Made me think of Carmosa and her pretty lassies. No, not you, the other wenches. I mean, sisters, your lovely sisters. Figure the old lady would pay with kingly coin for a rumor like that. So there's to it. You satisfied, love?
My dear friend, this isn't even half of the story I wanted to hear. You better get to the more juicy stuff right away.
It's all there's to it, I swear on me auntie's pimples. My gut says threaten.
Your gut is violent, man.
Okay. Focus on connection with Carmosa.
Let's do that. It's all fine and beautiful what you've told me, but there are so many things missing, my friend. Like, why is it so important for Carmosa that the ball will be a masquerade? But what puzzles me even more is how come you knew it'd be interesting for her in the first place? You'd have to know her pretty well to figure that. This has something to do with your past, doesn't it? You've been working for her for quite some time, haven't you?
Ooh, the little bird thinks she has the smarts. With head so little, the brains must be wee too. Every bloke in me trade knows Carmosa or knows about her. The hag's famous for handing coin to anyone with good gossip, and mine's the best. Besides, you want to know? How about asking the lady herself? I ain't the one sharing the roof with her.
But I know you know more. You can't fool me like that.
I may not look it, but I work honest jobs only. Don't see you bothering your merchant friends like this. Methinks it sheds over, lassie. Told you all I know. No point in milking this cow for more.
I know you're still hiding things from me.
I told you all I could, and that's more than most folks get anyway. You're a lucky little bird. Best I leave you alone now.
Don't you dare turn away.
Cheers, love.
He's gone, that crook. Why couldn't I make him spill? Heavens, I even begin to
We didn't threaten him enough.
I even begin to sound like him. Maybe it's for the better? Who am I trying to fool? It's not for the better. I needed his knowledge to get leverage I could use with Carmosa, and now it's all gone. What am I supposed to do now? Maybe I should just go for a walk and think about all this. I can't see how I could spoil that. This just isn't your day, Cinders.
'Cause I make all the wrong choices.
It's astonishing what a simple walk can do to one's spirits. If I'm going to miss the freedom to do something, then above all else, it's going to be the freedom to wander about wherever I please.
Spirits like alcohol?
What?
Spirits like alcohol.
We're not playing the drinking game right now. When I walk with no specific goal, no destination, I can just switch off and observe my thoughts jumping into their little drawers with each step. And strolling through the market has its moments too. I saw the most gorgeous shoes. Not that I can ever afford them. They were crazily expensive. I get that they were imported from the Eastern lands, but at that price they should be made of diamonds and dragon skin. Who buys something like that?
Who would skin a dragon?
I mean, I know I would if I could, but that's beside the point, right? Forget about it. No reason to dwell on such things. And no, we're not skinning a dragon. Maybe they're just using the scales that the dragon has shedded.
Okay. Fair.
Forget about it. No reason to dwell on such things. It's such a pity that the big red bat is coming back tomorrow. Today was pretty uneventful, but it's been so nice simply being able to talk to people like an ordinary person. Then again, this day wouldn't be as pleasant if it weren't so rare for me to feel free. It's getting late. I should be heading back home. Time to say goodbye to freedom.
Hello there, Cinders.
Oh, I didn't see you coming. Hello, Captain.
So how are you doing? You look a bit upset.
Do I? Oh no, quite the contrary. I've just got back from a very nice walk. Cleared my mind of trouble. And what are you doing here, Captain?
I was just about to begin my evening patrol. Although with this kind of weather, you could compare it going for a walk. Go home!
Okay, bye! Sounds lovely. But even listening about you planning to go for a walk makes my legs ache. I really should be going back home. I hope your patrol will be pleasant and uneventful. Good night, Captain.
Thank you. Have a safe way back home. Good night, Cinders. Bye!
Bye! Back to the same old. This almost feels like coming back to prison and out of my own will. After 2 such wonderful days of freedom, it's depressing to know I need to go back to my ordinary life. There, out in the real world, I can meet amazing people, have actual friends. Here, I'm trapped between Carmosa's plots and her poor daughter's bitterness.
The cops are coming for you!
They haven't caught me yet.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wonder, what if I were to vanish in the woods? Would anyone notice or care? Maybe that's the answer? Getting lost in the wilderness, befriending an uncivilized but noble tribe of rather short miners, becoming their princess, and spending the rest of my days being adored, praised, and... Oh, get a grip on yourself, Cinders. Carmosa, along with that crazy hairdo and strict rules of hers, is due to come back home tomorrow. If I'm to have any chance to change my life, I really should think of something, and soon. I'm really tired. It's time to go to bed. And tomorrow morning, oh, I can't wait. It will be a bliss.
Full agony.
Oh, yay.
You have summoned me, my prince. That I did. You must be wondering why I wanted to see you at this hour. Surely you have guessed it. Must be something important. I'll have to ask you to make an important decision, and I'll not be expecting you to give me your answer right away. My lord. Let me explain. Pro?
Hello.
Okay, I'm not going to be able to say it with that accent.
Parrot without a T?
Pyro?
No.
Anyway.
Harold.
Pyro.
It's okay. We'll just...
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Death.
I am a uncultured human being. I'm sorry for being uncultured. As you know, we live in a time of transition, and my father's death changed many things. Being so close to our family, you are aware that the old king spent most of his days trying to compromise between extremes. A balance between order and freedom. It's okay, thank you. With little success, despite his best wishes, all his life he remained an autocrat. That is why it has been my wish, my vision, to change the kingdom in such a way as to eliminate the need to compromise between freedom and order altogether. In other words, Perot, I want reforms, but I am sure you know this. I do, my prince. I have known you long enough to be able to learn about the qualities of your character. I want to give the people a constitution, Perot. I don't want them to be subjects. I want them to be citizens. I see. This will not make you more popular among the nobles, sire. If that's even possible. You are not a king yet, my lord, and there's some unrest among the nobles. I wouldn't announce your plans just yet. That they make you an easy target. Yes, they do. That's exactly why I need your protection. You already have it. You know I'd give my life serving the crown. I'm your sword and shield, my lord. Yes, my friend, I know that. But these are a different kind of enemies I am going to face during my reign. I'll be giving people more freedom, but that means taking away some of that old precious order. The nobles won't stand for it. They will want my head. They wouldn't dare. Of course not. They would give me a reason to ask for their heads. They will not do anything openly. Do you understand now what I speak of, Perot? So you want me to spy for you? It is the new battlefield, Captain. The theater of war of our times. The crowd needs you to be our champion. Champion? But it isn't an honorable war. It's a war of lies. It is a war of discretion and intelligence, qualities I know you possess in abundance, not to mention loyalty. Forgive me, my lord. I don't want to come across as naive. I am simply not accustomed to all the subtleties of ruling. I'm surprised. What would you require of me in this new service? You would have to spend more time at the court. That much is certain. Keep your eyes and ears open, and of course, socialize much more. You'd have to trade those blades of yours for our exquisite white gold cutlery, I'm afraid. And maybe do something about this outfit. All those belts.
Yeah, Kent.
The more belts you have,
The better you are at math.
Space. There's more storage space you have. It's like Tetris.
More belts, more math skill.
I see. That is not exactly... This isn't... You don't have to decide right away. You also do have a choice. I'm not a tyrant after all. Should you choose to distance yourself from this lovely mess I am planning for the realm, you can leave your current service with honor and retire. Your patrolling duty is purely ceremonial nowadays. The guards have their officers. As it is, your position at the court is a matter of empty traditionalism, nothing more. You would send me away? To where? Oh, I am certain there's some picturesque and lucrative strip of royal land left that I can make you account of. How about Middle Hollow? Such a quaint little place.
Hollow Bastion?
Middle Hollow Bastion.
The middle of Hollow Bastion.
That simple? That is very surprising. It's strange. It's a strange thing to learn that you are not needed. Rubbish, Perot. The crowd needs you. I need you. That is precisely why I'm asking you to make your own decision. If I'm to rule, I have to learn to make difficult choices. And this is my first. I'm not ordering you to become the new Royal Master Spy. I'm giving you a choice. Not only because I knew that you wouldn't make a good agent serving me against your own will, but also because you are my friend, Perot. If that's the case, I reckon I prefer to be just a subject. It will be enough, Captain. Let us not say things we will regret later. Very well, my lord. Will this be all, my prince? Yes, Captain. Give my proposal some thought. I would have your answer within the next few days. Now go. Ooh.
What a great break for my throat that was.
Yeah, and what a great death for my throat.
Should we end soon?
Give us a little bit,
A
but
bit more?
soonish.
Huh?
Soonish.
Soonish.
Yeah, soonish.
Okay.
Because
Do you
it's
need
been
a
like
special-
a little bit.
Huh?
It's been a little bit less than 2 hours.
It has.
Yeah,
We're at
so,
1:53:59.
so let's go a little soonish. Soonish longer.
Okay. Or do you need a special invitation to get out of bed? Get up! Get up! What time is it?
Dawn already. And you need to get up right this instant.
Dawn is not a reason to yell at someone. I'm not sure it's reason enough to get up so abruptly either.
True.
2 days without supervision and you've gotten lazy already. Where would you be on your own, I wonder?
Oh yes, do come in and spill your venom on me. Is there any actual reason for me to wake up at this hour, or is this just a social call on your part?
Fine. Don't get out of bed and see how it works for you. What do I care? This way it'll be even more interesting.
Okay, I'm sorry, and awake now. Would you please tell me what's going on?
Carmos is back. She wants us to gather in the hall.
I'm wide awake and up now. You could have begun with that.
Well, now you know. She brought a large package with her and she looks like she means business, so hurry up.
She always looks like she means business. I wonder what's in the package, though. Which shape was it? Did it...
Oh, just stop being nosy and hurry up or we'll both be in trouble. If you were getting dressed instead of asking dumb questions, you would already be seeing it for yourself.
If you didn't stand there, yell at me, and stare, I would actually be in a position to get dressed.
Fine, I'm leaving. Just hurry up.
How many days did we rewind? Was it 6 or 7?
7.
So we're like halfway.
Ish. I'm really sorry. I got here as fast as... Wait, where's Carmosa?
In her...
Sorry.
You tried to steal my line, and I thought I was stealing yours. In her study, she said she didn't have time to wait for you forever. You kept her waiting for quite some time.
Oh no, we wouldn't want Carmosa's magnificent plans to be foiled just because of Cinder's laziness, would we?
Oh, foiled by some meddling kid. You might rethink your attitude. Mother wants to speak to you. I can't imagine how that is going to be a pleasant experience considering.
She says she wants to speak to me? Why?
Well, actually, she wants to speak to each of us. You're just supposed to go first.
Great. I finally get to be the first at something. It's something I don't want. It's like receiving gifts. Good in principle, yet always disappointing in reality.
Why would she want to speak to each of us? And why separately? I have a bad feeling about this.
Oh, stop complaining, you two. You should just hurry up and go, Sophia, unless you feel the need to make Mother angrier, of course.
I'm going.
I certainly don't like this. Carmosa seems keen on interrogating us and getting every detail of what happened while she was gone.
If you did what you were supposed to, you wouldn't need to be nervous right now. Just as I thought. Just a thought.
Of course, because everything is fair and honest around here. And I certainly won't get blamed for things I have no control over.
I think you do enough on your own not to need any additional blame. Your constant rebelling should get most of Carmos's attention.
And how will Carmosa have an idea about who rebelled and what rebelling actually means, huh?
You're not seriously suggesting that I would tell on you, are you? I'm trying so hard to do well here and take care of you two. And Sophia, she wouldn't just stab you in the back like that for no reason, would she now?
Well, I certainly do not feel as safe as you describe.
Okay, so my sister might have an interesting idea of fun.
Exactly. She's twisted as a corkscrew and might say anything for reasons that escape reason.
I think you're much too fast to judge people. You know Sophie is not evil, and we sure as hell both know that living in this house can be hard, so...
Sure, Sophia's a delicate little flower that means nobody harm. She just defends herself when necessary.
Sure, she's cynical at times, even vicious or cruel, and yes, speaking to her often resembles fencing.
Thanks. That helps.
But here's my point. She only does that when it's safe. She wouldn't stab you in the back or do anything against you where it counts.
Just because Sophia has uttered some sharp comments about morality doesn't yet mean she actually grasps the concept, not to mention agreeing with it.
I had no idea you could be so resentful and full of hate. What gives you the right to judge Sophia when you yourself are so cruel to her?
What has gotten into you? You hardly ever talk to Sophia, and when you do, one of you usually ends up in tears, and now you're defending her.
I don't think I need to explain myself.
I was just asking, but fine.
Let's just wait for Sophia to come out and see what she has to say.
Well, it's not like we have many alternatives. I hate waiting.
It shouldn't take long. Hermosa's not someone to beat around the bush.
True, she's always to the point. No excuses, no diversions, no mercy.
She doesn't beat around the bush. She just sets the bush on fire. Let's just wait.
You're back. That was fast.
Aren't you happy to see me? I'm fine. Sorry to disappoint you girls.
So what was the talk about?
You'll find out soon enough. It's your turn, and I wouldn't keep Mother waiting if I were you.
All right, I'm off. Wish me luck.
You might need it. So good luck, sister.
Good luck.
So, are you properly nervous yet? You know the experience will not be a pleasant one.
Do you always have to do this? After all this time, I'd be an idiot to fall for these games of yours.
Precisely why I keep them up.
Just stop, please. I am not going to indulge your weird need to quarrel and provoke someone until they offend or humiliate you.
Oh yes, I forgot you know everything about me, and how wise of you not to indulge me in a conversation. I sure would like to see you try the same with Carmosa in a minute.
And to think Gloria defended and spoke well of you just a second ago. She almost got me to believe in you.
You shouldn't always believe what you hear. And you should hope Carmosa doesn't always believe either, because Gloria should be speaking about you right now. I wonder what Gloria will tell. Aren't you worried?
I'm not sure. She seemed alright when we talked, maybe a bit unsettled.
I know my sister. She doesn't show emotion until Mother orders her to do it. But on the inside, she was raging. I think she might spill some of that into Mother's ears.
The hell with that. These past few days reminded me of what freedom felt like. It was worth whatever punishment Carmosa might throw at me.
You've either lost your mind or forgotten what Mother is capable of. Nothing is worth what she'll come up with to make you regret your actions.
We'll just have to wait and see, won't we? You're back. How was it?
What do you mean?
Well, was it, I don't know, unpleasant?
Of course not. Why would it be? It was just a normal conversation.
Normal for you, perhaps.
Come on, Gloria. I can tell it wasn't that smooth.
Stop being so nosy. Start asking proper questions.
That's my line.
Oh, sorry.
Stop being so nosy and start asking proper questions. Did Carmosa tell you about her plans?
In fact, she did.
Oh, of course she did. You earned that special little place on her lap.
Sophia, please.
Shush now, Cinders. So what do you think of Mother's latest great plot?
You would think she had learned not to expect the impossible of us, or anything big, really.
And maybe it's time to live up to her expectations. You are a grown-up now, Sophia. It's time for you to work on managing your responsibilities.
You're hopeless and stupid. Some of us are simply not built for greatness.
If only you focused on doing something useful half as often as you do on sharpening that vicious tongue.
You must speak plainly. I'm too stupid to understand complex sentences.
So what are Carmosa's plans exactly?
Oh, I'm sure she'll explain everything in a moment. Now hurry, don't keep her waiting. You know how angry she gets when someone's late?
Oh yes. I feel like this is going to be quite an adventure. And I'm about to enter the beast's lair.
Adventure!
You called me? Yes, I did. Come in and close the door. I'd like you to explain something to me. I have learned some very disturbing things about what has been happening here while I was gone. Apparently, you discovered a new pastime, wandering about like some commoner, visiting who knows whom, going who knows where. While my daughters take care of our home on my behalf, you're having long walks. This isn't simply improper, it's also selfish and irresponsible. I wasn't doing anything wrong, and frankly, it's a bit insulting to hear that my own sisters would speak of me that way. Nothing bad happened. I'm back, am I not? I just wanted some, well, freedom. That's all. Freedom? What nonsense! No, girl. Freedom has nothing to do with this. This is selfishness, plain and simple. And why do you need to make up such absurd excuses? Why can't you, for once, admit that you had acted irresponsibly? Why not say I am not the only person in the world, and perhaps add something like, I'm sorry, too. Believe me, that would be a nice touch. Well, maybe my behavior is so imperfect because I don't have a good role model. Enough! I have no time for childish quarrels with insolent brats. We have an important matter to discuss. It has to do with my plans for our family. 2 days from now, a grand ball will be taking place in the royal palace. Any royal business is very important, of course, but this particular ball will be very important even for His Royal Highness. It means very careful preparations. The royal masquerade. I might have heard about it, yes. Oh, you have? This is very surprising indeed. Recently, I've learned that it isn't that difficult to obtain sensitive information. One simply has to pay attention to what is going on around them. Watch carefully who is meeting with whom. Especially when it comes to certain shady-looking characters fetching rumors like a trained hound. Really? Well done, then. Perhaps you are not as thick as I thought. Let's hope you'll forget this little success in collecting information. Forge and forget are one letter off, and that's terrible.
That is true. That is very true.
Let's hope you'll forge this little success in collecting information into a permanent quality. A quality which I'm sure you'll find useful in life.
That
What
one
matters
letter,
here?
though,
Huh?
changes the meaning of the sentence a lot.
I know, that's why I started over. What matters here is that the ball is very near. There's little time left. It means that I will be expecting our entire family, and I do mean all of us, to give their best. By which I mean complete obedience. No questions, no dramas, no nonsense. This is much too important an event to be spoilt in such a silly way. Very well. What is my part in this? Well, And in my part in this plan, then, will I be going to the ball as well, member of our family that I am? Don't be absurd! Royal affairs aren't your arena. I see. Then what is my arena, ma'am? Why, the house, of course. If everything goes smoothly, the ball should mark the point of our family coming back into high society. And that means one thing. Guests. You will need combined effort to make the residence spotless, but your role in this will be crucial. I see, my lady. Would you also like me to hide in the wardrobe or pretend I'm a statue when the guests come? Or maybe being a statue would pose too much of a competition for your charming and intelligent daughters? I understand your anger and your reasons. Now you must understand mine. I put much time and effort into creating this opportunity for my daughters. I will not let them be upstaged by anyone. You may play all sanctimonious with me now, but either now or in 10 years, you'll understand my perspective, and you will agree with my decision. Also, I don't see a single reason to yield to your complaints if all I get from you is recklessness and childish moods. Start supporting the family, and maybe the family will do the same for you. You like to refer to all of us as family, but only if it means I have to do something. Don't get melodramatic, girl. You sound like a bad novel. Even if I wanted to, I wouldn't be able to prepare 3 young ladies for a ball organized by the future king. Do you have any idea how much a decent dress costs these days? No, of course you don't. Of course, how could buying a dress for the daughter of the rightful owner and head of the house be proper? Listen to me, girl, and listen good. I am the rightful owner of this house. And as unfortunate as it may be, your father, bless his soul eternal, is dead. No mother would put an orphan before her own children. I am not just some orphan. And contrary to your real children, I am not afraid to think and speak for myself. You're truly blind if you can't see my potential and how useful I could be. Also for you. Enough of this idle chatter. We have a very important task ahead of us and little time left. Since you're thinking so highly of yourself and your skills, why don't you show us your pragmatic side and start cleaning the house and helping with preparations? That's it? Do you really believe that is all I can be good at? Demons! Snap out of that constant daydreaming, girl, and start paying attention! Do you think that even if you were the lady of this house, you wouldn't need to keep it clean? Are you really selfish enough to believe that? Besides, the terrible burden of dusting and doing the dishes is minuscule in comparison with my responsibilities. Be grateful for having such a simple life. Oh yes, very great. Shush! Not a word! Get the girls together and call the servants. Wait for me in the hall. I will bring you your orders in a moment.
Demons!
Demons! Several hours later. Finally, it's so clean you could positively dine from it. I'm tired, but it's still better than what washing all those dishes was. I hate doing dishes.
She's been back for a little more than 1 hour, and here we are, scrubbing the floor on all fours,
Cleaning the windows.
polishing silverware,
Twice.
and dusting everything.
And did I mention doing the dishes?
You might have.
I hate that.
Do you know what I hate? I hate the fact that I am here while my dear, charming, and wise beyond her age wonder of a sister is upstairs, playing the little princess she will never be and trying on that ridiculous dress Carmosa bought her.
First of all, you never saw that dress, and second, who knows, maybe the prince will fall in love with her and you'll end up being the queen's sister.
I doubt even that amount of noble blood can make a person dense enough to fall for Gloria.
Brunch.
Although, maybe if she kept silent.
You're terrible. Besides, for all we know, the prince could be denser than lead. Also, I didn't know you cared about balls and dresses.
Compared to this, I think I prefer the royal circus.
What are you two blabbering about this time? Wondering why the hall isn't sparkling yet? Well then stop talking and get to work. This place has to be worthy of the Emperor.
You seem very confident that people suddenly crave visits to our house, Mother, just because they met us at the ball. Will they be so taken by Gloria's charming sense of humor and my kind and sunny disposition?
There goes my wonderful Sophia, who is heavy as a storm cloud. Are you finished? Because there's work to be done. Also, frankly, dear, I had stopped paying attention to your theatrics a very long time ago.
I'm sorry my acting isn't up to your standards, Mother.
This ball is much more than just a meeting. It is a chance for all of us to get a firm footing in this world, and heavens know, we could use some of that. I've waited for far too long and invested much too much to let this chance slip. So stop whining and start being serious about it. Or do you want to end up with no money and just the clothes on your back like Cinders here?
Ouch.
Don't get your hopes up too high.
What did you say? Are you whispering in my presence?
Nothing, Mother.
Mother, where are you? I need you to see this.
What is it again?
This must be a mistake, Mother. This dress isn't my size at all. It's too long. I'm sweeping the floors with my every move, and if I ever have to dance in it, I risk serious injury or worse.
Wow. Personally, I think you look very pretty, Gloria.
Very pretty indeed. Have your fun at my expense. You love to see me like this, don't you?
Yes, I think I'm beginning to like it too. Though the floors are already swept, I'm afraid.
What is this? Demons! The man is clearly an amateur! I gave that crook all the numbers and made sure he got them right several times.
I'm sorry, Mother, but I really can't go wearing this. What are we going to do?
No reason to lose your head, Gloria. Perhaps visiting the tailor without you is a mistake after all. But we can still salvage the situation. There's still time. We'll all go to the tailor tomorrow and make sure he gets it right this time.
A trip to the sailor. How very entertaining.
Stop whispering behind my back and try your dress on. We have to know if it fits. And you, Cinders, stop loitering and get back to cleaning. Just great.
Cinders do the cleaning while we try our new dresses on.
Sure. Why don't we all relax and enjoy ourselves while Cinders scrubs the floors and walls? I can't believe I'm back to this again. These past few days have been amazing. Now I know there's more to life than this, and not only in fairy tales. I need to change something instead of just bending to Carmosa's will and going back to what is called normal around here. How can I just forget about freedom now? Because let's be honest, Carmosa won't ever release me. She doesn't even consider me in her plans. I'm no one to her. I need to clear my head and think. I can't even think clearly knowing Carmosa's in the house, plotting to get our lives arranged the way she likes it. I know. I'll go to Mother's grave. Madame Guide was right. I don't tend to it the way I should. There is no better place to get calm and ponder. Sneaking out should be easy enough. It was a hard day for everyone, so the whole house should be fast asleep. Let's see.
You good?
Yeah, but we gotta stop after this day.
Yeah.
My throat's so tired.
I understand. I'm sorry.
Hi, Mom. It's me. It was a while since my last visit. I'm sorry. I've had the most intense week. A bit crazy, actually. I feel like my head's so full with thoughts about what's been going on that it will burst any second now. I met your old friend, Guide. She told me quite a lot about you. I can't believe how different it was. You were, in comparison with what Father used to tell me. I'm sure you know what to do now. Keith said you were smart and strong.
And so are you. It's in your blood.
I think that might be
Oh,
Keith speaking.
sorry.
We'll find out. Oh, no, maybe not. Not this again. Did I just fall asleep without noticing it? No, it is you.
You are not dreaming.
Alright. If you're so helpful, why don't you show yourself?
As you wish.
Heavens! Who are you?
I am the fairy of the lake, the one who is praised and feared by souls elated and those of broken spirits. The fairy.
Yep.
You've been keeping vigil by our lake through the seasons. You remembered about us. You did well. The sacrifice which your mother had made was not squandered. We are willing to uphold the concord. You are free to ask for our aid.
Forgive me, but I know nothing about any sacrifices or concords.
Yes, you have lost the knowledge which your mother had. She was always so close to us, so mindful of our presence, our ways. She knew how to dance with us and how to sing for us. She knew about the way a concord is made. Shosha knew about the weight of the price, that it is never equal to the weight of aid. It grows with time, it blooms, and is reaped. She made sacrifice to bind us and make us watch over you. We are here, we offer aid.
What are you saying? That my mother somehow sacrificed herself for me? I really doubt that.
You can play with your doubts as much as you please, as long as your belief in us remains unspoiled.
I really can't remember a single situation when a fairy helps me. I never noticed anyone watching me.
So much, certainly, and yet you speak of memories. You are very young indeed. You believe in certainty where there is only faith. Your mother's faith made this meeting a reality. Her foresight made this an opportunity. She knew you would need us eventually. It is in your blood. Soon you'll be facing a grave choice. We are here. We are offering aid. Sure, I could use some help.
I guess I could use any help I can get. It's not often that I meet someone willing to help me in the first place.
Aid carries weight. Heavy may be the price. It tends to flourish with time. Like fate, it is a living thing.
I understand. I think that sometimes we have to deal with the unknown and take the risk. If Mum was brave enough to take this plunge, I am too. I will pay the price.
You spoke like your mother. Yes, your blood is one. You are forged like her. Soon you will need us. If you are indeed ready to carry the weight, we will make a concord with you. You will receive aid.
It's good to know. I'm sick of having to do everything on my own. Even if it is better or safer, I still miss just being able to lean on someone or something else. Also, I'd be a fool not to take this opportunity, even if it does sound a bit dangerous.
Your path is unfolding. Soon you'll have to act and make a choice. You'll be guided by your blood and nature. When it will come to pass, we will be waiting for you.
I still can't believe it. Any of it.
And yet your blood speaks otherwise. You are your mother's daughter. Your fate has brought you to the lake. And the lake is watching you.
You keep on repeating things like that. But why me?
I think we're at a grave, not a lake.
The cemetery's past the forest where the lake is. It's probably nearby. What makes me so special?
Special? What can be special for fate? No, you are simply a thread, and like all threads, You deem your own pattern special simply because it is yours.
I guess it does make sense.
Now go home and rest. The time of change is upon you, and you will need strength to carry its weight. We will be ready. We're gonna die!
We're gonna stop here.
We're gonna die!
Same slot? New slot?
New slot.
New slot. Thanks for joining us, Death. Sorry I have to cut it short.
I mean, it's been 2 something.
It's been a bit over 2 hours.
That's not short. It's just not as long as our amnesia stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Having to voice it is tough. For our voices that are not voice actor voices.
I might rearrange our voices in the next run.
Oh yeah, no, I don't blame you.
There's so many.
Looks a lot of your scenes, or a lot of the scenes have been...
Why did
Cinder
I
Sophie.
agree to like all the girls and you can have all the guys? No, those are not equal.
Cinders Sophia, Cinders Carmosa. Cinders Sophia, Cinders Sophia, Cinders Sophia.
Cinders Geed. Cinders Sophia.
Yeah.
Cinders to herself.
Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for joining, Dad.
Are you free Wednesday?
I believe so. I believe it's Wednesday.
Okay, we'll update the time with... We'll update our stream schedule.
I'll update it now
Okay.
before I forget.
Yeah, let's try not to forget.
I'm sorry.
I mean, that's also my bad. It's not just you. It's both of us. We both are bad.
Okay.
We are both bad streamers.
Anyway. Thanks. Bye. Join
Bye.
us again next time. Love you.